A shocking sight for the residents of a quiet Crystal Lake neighborhood. They say they looked out their window to see the Airbnb guests next door packed very light and created quite the controversy.
Our Sara Machi is listening to them tonight as they raise questions about short-term guests in residential areas.
I was here and just directly, I saw him facing this way in action, his whole body.
Lynette McLean says she had just come home on this quiet Crystal Lake street when something caught her eye out of the kitchen window on a Saturday afternoon.
Traumatizing to see something like that, and then my daughter to see something like that. So yeah, it wasn't something I expected to see.
She snapped one photo, which we have blurred. It shows an adult man, completely naked, in the middle of a lewd act on the steps of the pool next door, his phone in his hand. McLean says the man moved around the backyard for more than 10 minutes, in plain view of neighbors on multiple sides.
You know, when you have a child that's seeing things like this, that's the last thing you ever want your child to deal with.
Her husband now calling for action.
I was very upset. I immediately called the cops.
Antoine called the police about this. They came over, investigated, and filed a police report, though no charges were issued. When we reached out to the city, they told us it's still an ongoing investigation and they couldn't say any more. The property owner told us this incident does not follow house rules, and they have since reported it to Airbnb, and they are investigating the incident. But the listing photos do show neighboring windows visible from the backyard. The McLeans say they don't have a problem with the Airbnb next door. They just want to make sure there isn't a next time.
Laws need to be changed. This is unfortunate. Something like this happens, or it can happen again, and you can't deal with it. Who wants to deal with something like this?
And as for the apology, the man offered police.
I don't believe that. Just because you can see that there's windows here. I'm sure he looked this way. He was facing directly this way.
From Crystal Lake, Sara Machi, CBS News, Chicago.
Airbnb got back to us late tonight saying they reported the behavior. It has no place on their platform, and they've suspended the guest's account as they investigate. They also offer a neighborhood support line if you should experience a problem with rental guests near you.